Hey everyone, it's Karma here of Total Brohammer, and we got John Ton listening in.
Yep,
There he is.
Out.
John Ton is a little down today, but he's gonna get a little wasted. He's gonna have a good Friday night. So why am I casting this right now? Well, because it's my choice to cast it. But no, more importantly, I'm bringing an all Gobbo build, and I actually used to really like all Gobbos back in the in Warhammer 1. But they obviously haven't been nerfed, but the mechanics of the game have been changed quite a bit, I think, so that they've become kind of not good, to put it succinctly. So I'm trying a little variation. This is a build I saw a guy, I saw a guy bring against me, where he chevroned up all his goblins, and they just held out forever. And I was looking at the stats, and the stats are actually pretty effective if you do chevron them up. So I'm going to try something along those lines, see how it goes. I'm facing off against, I want to say high elves, wood elves rather, so we'll see how it goes. So I didn't really check the map before I picked my army, which was a mistake, because I have these two artillery pieces, and there's tons of woods. Other than that, I have a bunch of chevron goblins, a bunch of chevron night goblins, the night goblin war boss with a tormentor sword, night goblin shaman with a few spells, I think like Gorkle Fix It, Curse of the Bad Moon, and Itchy Nuisance, a couple of forest goblin spider riders, and Dirkic Squids, the Death Creepers, and of course the mainstay of this army, which is the lady herself, the Arachnarok Queen. So right when this battle starts, I'm going to reposition on this little ridge so I can actually get use out of my artillery. Meanwhile, I'm going to try and do some skirmish with the Death Creepers, and obviously it's the Wood Elves, so they're going to skirmish me back, so we'll see what happens. But my whole army has silver shields, so if they brought a lot of archers, they're going to be in for a rude awakening, because with less than half of their things get through, I think 65% of block, 55%, so. Alright, so he's got the dragon there. I'm going to just reposition these things here. The only problem is I'm really close to the white line because of this ridge, so that's going to be real bad in terms of routing, which goblins are known to do, but because they're chevroned up to a trillion, it's actually not so bad, so we'll see how it goes. I also don't know, does Tormentor Sword work on flying units?
It does.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Indeed. Okay, so that might be useful.
Sure.
Alright, what do we got here? He's shooting at my thing. Let's get out of here. That's okay. You can shoot at my shit. They're in the woods. I'll take a few hits.
Kill them. Monster
Alright.
Helm's Deep. Leave none alive.
Leave none alive. That's your favorite go-to. Alright, Death Creepers, shoot these Hawk Riders. I think Death Creepers should be able to out-skirmish Hawk Riders, I would assume.
Yes.
Alright, so I've been sloppy with my groups because I've been casting. So let's make some groups now. That'll be fun. Let's just make these guys a cohesive monster. Oh shit. Alright, these guys are getting shots. Move them back. So what's the plan with this army? Make a blob, hit him with Wah, hit him with Tormentor Sword, hit him with Curse of the Bad Moon, hit him with the poison, and just have him go down. That's the plan. Will it work? Who knows? Who can say? What's his army over here?
Go down on him.
Oh, fucking right. Okay, so he's got a lot of Glade Guard, and he's got some Wildwood Rangers. See, none of those units I'm afraid of. So I'm actually... That's cool with me. What do I need to do, though, is I need to make sure... What's this coming in here? Wild Riders? Okay, he's going to try and hit my little force over here. I don't mind that. The problem is I'm not going to be able to use any of my artillery because I did not look at the map. That was me being foolish. But no, I can get a few shots in here. They're not going to be super effective, but as he's going after all these guys, he's going to be leaving these guys exposed on the other flank. Let's move these guys over here to aim at them. And I just need to sight them. That's all I need to do is just make sure I can see them. Let's try to find where these guys are. Let's move these guys through the woods. They should be okay. Let's move these guys up too. Might as well. And spare a goblin. So right now, the only reason I have these guys up here is because I want to sight these dudes so I can hit them with some artillery. Death Creepers have regeneration, so if they shoot a few arrows at them, big deal. And I get a few kills, why not? What's he doing now?
Death Creepers have regeneration? I think it's Moon Owls.
No, I'm almost certain it's Death Creepers. Okay, so he's netted me, he's trying to... But he might have made a mistake here because I do have Tormentor Sword. And... Tormentor Sword is locked, and now he's pinned. Oh, but it's not working. Of course, it doesn't work. Because that's how the game is. Yep, no, so Tormentor Sword just doesn't work. But I can get him with a Gorkle Fix It.
Was it a flying unit?
No, he's on the ground. But I got him with a Gorko fix it. Yeah, so he's in trouble here because his dragon is very trapped, and I have him poisoned. I'm hitting him with a bunch of things. He's gonna try and bring his things in there, but I'm gonna just summon some little guys over here, and he's gonna be his dragon is gonna be off the field, I think. So his dragon already wants to flee. I'm gonna hit him with all these guys. I'm making sure he can't go anywhere. Of course, he might still get away because that's the way this game works. But he is surrounded by Gobbos. This is an absolute Gobbo massacre over here. I'm not really microing my Death Reapers because I don't really care right now. It's more important to kill this thing. He's got these guys on the way. That's fine. Right now, all we want to do is kill this Lord. So, yeah, he can sack. Oh, his Lord is shattered, so that's it for his Lord. So that's a good start. His army is charging through, but that's fine. I mean, right now we're in really good shape. He lost his dragon. That's a huge start for us. And now he's about to lose his Wild Rangers, Riders, if he's not careful. And I don't think he's... Yeah, no, I'm going to get these guys, summon them. Hopefully they can slow him down. With all that poison, yeah, they're in trouble. They're in big trouble here. Okay, and I'm going to hit these guys, and then throw these dudes in there. And the longer I keep them, I'll just keep these guys here, near the artillery. These guys, don't flee, because I need you to stay still. Oh, they're getting my Dirkus Squids, that's a good idea. Let's move around and hit these Wild Riders, because we don't need to worry about those Dirkus Squids right now. What do I need to do? Yeah, if I can get rid of these Riders, it's over. They're in serious trouble. So I'm just going to try and, just hold these guys with whatever I need to hold them with. So they brought in their Hawk Riders, that's okay. They probably won't do that well. Where's my little wizard? So I'm going to cast a Fight of the Mad Moon in there. Meanwhile, they're getting hit from the side. And then I'm going to lay down an Itchy Nuisance. Yeah, and this is looking good for us here. I'm not, again, being a little sloppy here. I need to hit these Glade Guards. But everything's looking okay. Let's pop a Wah, might as well. Do some extra damage. Okay, let's get into these guys, because they're going to get fucked. And then let's charge, because I think this game is well in hand. So, what did we learn here? I think Gobbos are useful. I think Gobbos can work. With the Chevron Gobbo, I liked it a lot. I think it's a good little play. And I think, I don't know. Is it the most competitive? I have no idea. It's the first time I've ever tried it. But the 2 times I've seen it used, the first time against me, have been very, very effective. So, we'll see. I'll have to keep testing. As it stands, yeah, these guys are done. There's no way. I have so many healthy units. John, what do you think? Gobbos, what do you think about him?
I think ever since the nerf to cavalry, they can be quite big.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Because that was their biggest problem. Was Cav would just mess them up. But with Cav being kind of garbage in game 2, I'll send this guy a GG. I know it's a little laggy right now, but that's okay. Yeah, I think like you said, with Cav being nerfed the way it is, they're just way more effective. I'll just save this one, because who knows? Gobbo. All right. Okay, that was a fun battle. I like that one. I'm glad I casted it. Okay, so what happened? To be fair, the Dawn, my opponent here, well, GG, but they made a crucial mistake when they charged the Glade Lord. So what they did is they netted my Arachnarok, and they charged in trying to kill the Rusty Arrows, which is a good move. It's not a bad move. It makes sense. These guys are very dangerous especially to the Glade Lord, because she has such low armor to begin with, let alone getting negative whatever 30 it is. So she's down to like 20. So she'll get just wrecked by everything in my army if she ever lands. So I get it. I get why they did that. And she's a big target. She'll take damage, blah, blah, blah. However, between that and the Hawk Riders just, I mean, their charges have been nerfed too. Every charge to all large units, with the exception of monsters, have really been, nerfed quite a bit. So Hawk Riders don't do that much damage anymore. So it wasn't enough to, they weren't able to get that many kills in when they charged. And yeah, they netted my my Ragnarok Queen, but I guess they didn't know that the Night Goblin War Boss comes with a Tormentor Sword. I don't even know if it worked. We'll have to watch the replay, but they didn't know that. And then his speed is like 90 something or something crazy. Let's go check out his speed. John, do you know what the speed is for on the Goblin War Boss? I think it's like 90 something.
Oh no, man, I don't ever play Gobbos.
That's a good point.
I'm not scrub.
Yeah, because you play the OPD elves. Okay, so they're 82 speed, which is lickety split fast, and they do poison, which takes away a quarter of their speed. So between poison and and they got the armor piercing and all this nonsense going on, and then you look at the wood elves and the lady on a dragon. Okay, so when she's on the ground, I mean, she only, like I said, she only has 50 armor, and she's getting hit by the rusty arrows, and she's getting hit by poison, and then I casted I sent Gorkle Fix It on her, and I think that reduces her speed by even something ridiculous. Where is it here? Gorkle Fix It. Yeah, another 24% speed. So she's going at half speed with Gorkle Fix It and poison. And that lasts for what, 21 seconds? Can you overcast that? No. So for 20 seconds plus, she's moving at half speed, and she's getting just murdered. So that was a big mistake, I think, for my opponent, and that was pretty much the whole game. After I exited out, we can't look at how every other unit performed, but I think as we saw in the battle, the Gobbos are quite effective. Actually, before we go, I'll just show you what it looks like their stats wise. So if you bring these guys, you bring a couple of these guys, you just chevron them up to top. Okay, so these guys cost 600. What do you get for 600? Silver shields, pretty solid. 54 leadership, it could be better, but not awful. 35 speed, whatever. 32 melee attack and 36 melee defense, super high. It's actually really, really high. You compare that to, like, I think, great swords. I'm pretty sure that is better than great swords. Let's see, where's Empire here? Yeah, so they actually have better stats than great swords at that point. Obviously, they don't have the armor, but they have silver shields, and the leadership is obviously weaker. But that's Gobbos. But yeah, and their weapon strength is only 5 less than great swords. And then remember, they're doing poison that whole time. So these guys are really effective at 600 for what you get. Better stats than great swords with poison and silver shields. That's not a bad play at all. Their health isn't the greatest.
I don't know if that's a very impressive comparison, though. Because great swords blow.
But great swords cost 950, and these guys are coming at 600. Yeah, but these guys and armor piercing. But these guys are coming at 600, man, with poison and silver shields. I think that's
cost effectiveness.
That's pretty cost effective, and they're expendable. So when you lose them, it doesn't hurt your morale. So
you have to keep your leadership alive, though, I think.
Yeah, the leadership is definitely, I think, like the main Achilles heel of this army. That is true, but they don't die super quick because 36 melee defense is pretty high. I mean, you look at Swordmasters of Hoeth and shit like that. I'm pretty sure it's higher than at the very least, it's higher than White Lions of Thrace. So yeah, White Lions of Thrace have 24 melee defense. So these guys have way more melee defense than White Lions of Thrace, and only 4 less melee attack. Again, no armor piercing, but you are getting and they have more health than White Lions of Thrace by a good margin. I don't know. I'm gonna do some tests. I might cast some of them. We'll see how it looks. Even fucking Lord Master of Hoeth, the 1300 unit, only have 36 melee defense. These guys have 36. So I think for 600, that's amazing. I might bring these guys in just regular greenskin builds. I don't know.
It seems like chevrons cost less than in the previous game.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you're right. I don't know. I'm very excited about this Gobbo build because I really like playing as Gobbos in the last game. I used to bring stuff like this. I always brought Skarsnik because I like the flavor, and I would bring this, blah, blah, blah. I'll just do a little, quick and dirty one. I would bring 2 large units, like usually a giant in this, 1 of each artillery. Again, this isn't super competitive, but it was fun. And I actually won, I would say, most of my battles because people wouldn't expect it. But obviously against other super competitive builds, it wasn't the best. But so you bring a couple of these guys, and then you bring, this is on Ultra Funds. I gotta take it down to large. And then you bring, obviously, the 8 Beak Loonies. And you'd bring, I wouldn't even bother with Skulkers. Maybe an extra Goblin, maybe a couple of these guys. Usually 2 big bosses for 500. And then, that about covers it. And then maybe whatever, one of these. So yeah, this was my old build. And the idea being, and then there'd be a wizard in there. The idea being is you'd send this guy in with these 2 and this thing, and that would kill pretty much any large units and or lords. And then as they were fighting in a giant pit, your whole infantry would basically rout. But as you're fighting the giant pit, you run your squig herds around. There'd actually be 4 squig herds in the old build. I would take 4, and that's only 3, but still, you get the idea. And I'd run them around and start hitting the flanks, and then you cast first the Bad Moon and all those buffs, and it just makes that little ball of death pretty killy. Wasn't great against vampires, but against most factions it was pretty good. But that's the old build. We'll try this new Gobbo armor a couple more times. This video's probably getting pretty long. Thanks for watching, guys. John Ton, you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Or do you have any final thoughts?
Squig hoppers got buffed, so use those now. They're really good.
Yeah? Are they better than squigs?
You should try those out. I don't know if they're better than squigs, but they got armor piercing, and then like dark squigs, they're actually immune to psychology as well.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. All squigs are, even regular squigs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen squig hoppers and uh, regular squig herds just decimate things like Hogneath executioners. So
Yeah, I can believe it. Well, you get.
you should try those out.
Yeah. So when it comes to squig herd comparison, I mean, squig herds you get less health, you get a little bit, you get double the armor, but you get less leadership. Oh my God, squigs have 36 leadership. Yeah, I think it's time to get rid of squigs, and they're also much slower. Whereas squig hoppers are 82 speed. That's quite fast. So yeah, I think you're right. And they do poison.
It also doesn't make much sense. Why would they be faster with a goblin on their back?
I think they're like because they're high on mushrooms, you know. And they're also like they're being directed, whereas like these guys are just fucking crazy, you know, little monsters. So they don't know what they kind of like hop in both ways. But these guys are like go fast this way, and I don't know. I love their little portrait though. It's adorable. The guy's like hanging on by the hair, the tuft or whatever that is, a saddle. Yeah, squigs are cool. Yeah, I think you're right. I think these are the new guys to bring, and they don't rampage too, because squig herds rampage, which is frustrating. And considering their leadership is
I still think
36.
squig herds are useful.
Yeah, they're still useful. As against dwarves, oh, it's disgusting how well they do. All right, enough of this. Okay, guys. So that was a final thought from John Todd. Hope you enjoyed the game, and we'll see y'all later.
See ya.